Merry Christmas, y'all. My name is Telios, it's 1 a.m., and I just finished wrapping my wife's presents because I have terrible time management. I hope you got exactly what you wished for this Christmas. In fact, go ahead and tell me your best gift in the comments below. While you do that, I'm going to grab my whiteboard. This is Dark Souls. If you're watching this video, you know what it is. This is rolling, a form of movement that did not exist until 2011 when Miyazaki invented it. This is a circle with a slash through it. Combine it all together and you get Dark Souls without rolling. Now, this isn't much of a challenge. In fact, some people play the game like this normally. So let's go a step further and beat Dark Souls without moving. Without further ado, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's go. Let's make our character, and... Alright, there's the video. You cannot, in fact, beat Dark Souls without moving. Great to see y'all. Catch you on the next video. I'm joking. Obviously, you need to move to beat Dark Souls. This challenge is instead centered on bosses. Namely, when the boss health bar is on the screen, I cannot move. That's why I could do the plunging attack on the Asylum Demon, but I have to stand here and take every hit he throws at me. The health bar doesn't appear until you plunge. And because he decided to lore walk in place, this was an easy fight. After beating him, I caught the first flight to Lordran, obtained my only health upgrade, and went down to New Londo. From there I entered Funland, learned I do no damage, and grabbed a weapon that could. Then I did some grinding, so I could actually hold my new Great Club with two hands, and use the dang thing. I then grabbed Twin Humanities from the Great Hollow, convinced this guy there were hot singles in his area, and killed the parasite, netting myself power within. After a nice relaxing jog, I made a quick stop for the red tearstone ring, and was all set. Now to explain, power within increases your damage by 40% for 100 seconds while draining health, and RTSR increases damage by 50% when you're almost dead. And the effects stack. See my plan? After Andre admitted he still doesn't recognize me, I realized I was poor. If only there was a conveniently placed enemy I could kill for souls. That was some nice synchronization. Also, my bonk is better than your bonk. With souls acquired, I upgrade my club to +1, and then +2 for good measure. Sorry to outbonk you, Havel, but I need your ring. Now for the last thing I need to start killing bosses. Lightning. FYI, I use save states to preserve resources, so if resin count doesn't line up, that's why. Notice how I'm moving? That's because there's no health bar. There it is. No more walking. Which you seem more than happy to take advantage of. Give me a second to heal. Give me another second to heal. I'm sensing a pattern here, and I'm not sure I like it. Sadly, so long as he keeps doing that jump attack, and I keep missing the timing to catch him before he lands, I can't get my second hit in. I thought for certain that was going to kill me, but since it didn't, let's teach him the meaning of regret. Perfect. 2 bosses down. Believe it or not, I was actually prepared to level grind, but I entered the area via the back way and didn't trigger the Drake, which means old Smokey isn't here to toast these undead alive. You can see my confusion, because at the time I thought I just broke the game. Oh well, let's kill the gargoyles. That could have gone better. I both overestimated the range of my slam and how quickly the gargoyle would move towards me. For his part, he overestimated my height and died via stubbed toe. Now I just need that one to get closer. Too close. Maybe a club upgrade will solve my problems. Nope. Oh, that's not good. I guess my mama was right. Don't stand still when you're on fire unless you want to meet Jesus. First time's the charm. Let's apply my buffs and trigger the cutscene, which restarts because of the save state. Come here, boy. One hit. I guess the upgrade did make a big difference. Let's see if I can avoid being roasted. Yes. Yes, I can. That's 3 bosses down without moving a step. With 1 bell rung, it's time to prep. First, Ghost Town. Why am I here? It's for a weapon. Not that one, although that's cool. No, I need a bow. Perfect. The composite bow is bad at long range, but it's the fastest firing, hardest hitting short range bow. And the purpose I have for it is entirely short range. While in the neighborhood, I peacefully asked Ingrid for his key, undid the work of his ancestors, refused to elaborate further, and then left. After all, I have a bow to break in. Fun fact, Quelaag is 2 halves. The spider half is ugly and hits like a truck. The human half exists, and is guaranteed to stagger if you hit it. Since she likes to get up close and personal, I'm able to fill her chest with arrows and avoid any negative repercussions. Honestly, I wasn't sure this was going to work, so I was incredibly excited that it did, because it means this run is actually possible. And with 2 bells ringing, I joined the objectively best covenant, offered all my humanity to it, then popped 3 more and offered that as well. Then I went on a murder spree. I need humanity! Sorry, Solaire. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't important. If you were important enough, I would have saved you. That's called foreshadowing, for you nerds. Weighed down with 10 humanity and the guilt of Solaire's murder, I offered it all and got Chaos Storm, an incredibly powerful pyromancy. Hey, Griggs, are you sure intelligence is a spellcasting modifier? Oh, I guess Solaire could have lived. Fetch the skull, doggy. I might come back to this boss later. Instead, I'll prove my battle prowess by beating up a butterfly. Oh, and for those curious, no, I did not know that the Moonlight Butterfly has immunity when it is flying down. Thank you for asking. Despite the wasted fireball, I won. It's the Moonlight Butterfly. What did you expect? That I would die to an easy boss? Anyway, I went to Sen's Fortress. You may want to move, buddy. That works too. And here you can see me forget to stop my recording when my son spat up and I was helping my wife get him clean. There's like 20 minutes of this. There, I'm back. Unfortunately, I need to get closer for my arrows to hurt him. Ugh. Apparently being closer doesn't help my damage. Take this! Oh, that's not good. Time to summon Iron Tarkus. He can essentially solo the Iron Golem by himself, so in reality, he's the protagonist, and I'm just the supporting character. Flawless work, my good man. I caught a ride with the world's handsiest Uber driver, and then immediately went to Blighttown. Quaylana here will ascend my Pyromancy Flame, letting it do more damage, so I need her. Now, I admit, in this video I occasionally cheated souls for upgrades like this, simply to save time grinding. In exchange, I did not level up my health beyond what you saw at the start. Sound fair? No? Well, I don't care. I returned to Anor Londo with my upgraded glove so I could get a new bow, the Dragon Slayer Great Bow. How do I get down? Help! This Great Bow hits like a truck, mostly because it's the same size as one, and with some fresh twinkling titanite to upgrade it, my new bow is both sparkly and lethal. Just in time for the fight I'm scared of. At first, I tried Chaos Storm with mixed results. Sorry, did I say mixed results? I meant the exact same result every time. With my deaths now in double digits, I went after the waifu. I just can't win. There's an arrow, and there's a fire. Back to the grind. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm taking more detours than a cross-country road trip. This time, instead of stopping to see the world's largest ball of twine, I killed the Hydra, freed Dusk, and then obtained her clothes from this corpse that totally isn't her. With spells in hand, and magic damage increasing wings on my head, let's see the numbers. Significantly better, although I still have the Wonder Twins bearing down on me. In a stroke of luck, I did kill Smo with a Soul Spear. Then Ornstein killed me with a Lightning Spear. But magic seems to be part of the way forward. Although, I hate to say it, I need help. Going back to some bosses I skipped, can you see what I changed? Do you see it? Not yet? What about now? That kill still counts, by the way. I remade my character. Same gear, same stats, same dead NPCs, but Solaire was spared this time. I didn't like doing this because I like to commit to my mistakes in these videos, but I need someone to act as a meat shield and he's the only viable candidate. And the results are already better. Ornstein down, and Super Smo distracted long enough for me to blast him back to Ulasil. That may have wasted an arrow, but it was totally worth it. Now let's go visit her weird brother in the basement so I can wipe out the royal family. Excellent damage. And significantly worse damage. Alright, so this is possible, but I need a lot of great arrows. I told myself I would get more and kill him, but I forgot. Anywho, the Lord Vessel is now where it should be, and I could be a further menace to society. Why can't I... I'll just skip this bonfire. I'm sure I won't need it. I hate this place. This clip is only here for the sake of sweet revenge. I stop and grab Manus' friendship bracelet, find a spot where I can avoid Seath's curse buildup, but not his blind bitch slap, and learn two things. One is that these tentacle monsters can be backstabbed. The other is that they drop miracles, apparently. All libraries should be burned to the ground. I repeat. You, big nerd, read the books and sell me spells. And with all your spells sold, you aren't useful anymore. Let me just load the save state so you forget this, and that's the tin crystallization catalyst acquired. It's the best one in the game. Speaking of save states, I need to use one for this fight. If you enter the boss arena after triggering this scene, Seath is between you and the immortality crystal, making it impossible to hit. With the cutscene, however, you are between him and the crystal, letting you snipe it with an arrow, and then put the hurt on the big guy. Ow. That hurt. Huh. Turns out you need to be closer to hit with Chaos Storm. In order to beat Seath, I'm gonna need a helping hand. Not quite what I meant, but I do appreciate the enthusiasm. First up is the Sanctuary Guardian. This will probably take a few tries, because at long range it likes to do lightning attacks that will kill me long before I can damage it. Or I guess it can charge right at me and die in the first try. That works too. But I bet Artorias would be more of a challenge. Two tries. It took 2 tries. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy. It just feels weird for it to be this easy. This is what hubris gets you. Bonk. Bonk. Ah, just the spell I wanted. Tactical Nuke of the Abyss. Now as I come up to Manus, let's discuss the plan. I need to one-shot him, or I will fail. However, I have seen how sanity breaking it is to one-shot him, and those guys could move around. So I will try 5 times, and if I can't get it, I'm serving him up with extra cheese. Look, judge all you want, but his health bar is going down, and I'm not moving while it happens. At some point I switched to poison arrows in case those worked for extra damage. I don't know if they did, but Manus still died either way, and I do not feel sorry. Man, for being a Dragon Slayer Great Bow, this thing sucks at slaying dragons. I learned something new about Calamite. If you stand still, he rarely gets close enough to melee you. He'd rather just set you on fire from a distance, and then dance on your ashes. Unfortunately, this means that killing him without moving is incredibly difficult, because he is strong against Dark Bead, Sorcery doesn't hurt him enough, Chaos Storm can't reach him, and the Great Bow takes so long that I'm dead by the time I fire the first shot. I'm gonna have to try him again later, I think. Instead, I'm going to kill his blind, squishy cousin. Honestly, that was a close call, and I wouldn't have done it without the composite bow. I may need to do a bow-only run just to spend more time with it. Anyway, with Sheath dead, it's time for a boss rush! Pinwheel, dead. Go, dead. I need his bow. Teleos, dead. Nido, dead. And if you wear the fog ring with the slumbering dragon crest ring, the skeletons never even notice you. Stray Demon, dead. Sif. Dead. Sorry, girl. I needed that ring. Ceaseless Discharge. After a tense battle, dead. Demon Fire Sage. Once he gets over here. Dead. Centipede Demon. This one gave me trouble. Instead of getting close enough for me to attack, it decided to use its stretchy arm attack every single time to kill me, while staying out of reasonable attack range. So I used Plan B, the Chaos Servant door. Having bypassed the centipede, I went to the bed of chaos. And I killed it without moving, and no one can prove otherwise. There's only one Lord Soul left, and it's held by the Four Kings. Now, their blades do less damage if you're closer to them, which of course is great news for a guy who can't move. The first several attempts went the same, until I finally cracked the code. Forget the arrows, and use pure magic. A few homing Crystal Soul Masses, Crystal Soul Spears, and Dark Beads were enough to put all four kings in the grave. And with them gone, I could finally stand before Gwyn. Let's finish this, old man. That was confusing, so I've slowed it down for a recap. First, I horribly missed the parry. Then, I interrupted his attack with Dark Bead, parried an attack I thought was coming, tried to parry his grab, he missed his grab, and I shot him with Dark Bead, killing him. That was a really messy fight, but who cares? I won. Naturally, I chose to link the flame because now I can stand in place forever. Thanks for watching the video. This was the most fun I've had doing a challenge run, and I'm really glad it worked. I've scheduled this to release the day after Christmas, so we'll see how that goes. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to do the YouTube things. I hope to push out one more video before 2025. We'll see. And then start the year with a Backlogs approved video. Until next time, remember that the world is a better place with you in it. Later. Okay, so I boosted my strength enough to use Havel's Great Shield because I really want this to kill, and the shield can block the attack without me dying. Oh, so now you decide to walk over here after I've already beaten the game. Asshole.